Colombia was one of the countries I was most looking forward to, and I have to say, it did not disappoint. Everything from the people, the food, the views of the Andes, the culture, it was all top-notch. I landed in the coastal city of Cartagena, but instead of hopping on my bike immediately, I decided to go on a hiking trip for a few days in the jungle of the Sierra Nevada. So I'm here hiking in the jungles of northern Colombia, going to the lost city of Perdida, which Perdida means lost, so the lost city of lost. There's also signs everywhere telling you where to go, so, how lost could it really be? There are still many indigenous people that live in this remote area, and I got to see a few of the huts they live in, as well as see some of them walking up and down the trails. They were always distinguishable by the white garments they wore. This was one of the more creative ways I've seen to cross a river, using this zip line platform thing. And I have to say, it was pretty fun. And finally, after 3 days of hiking in the heat and humidity, we reached Ciudad Perdida. Getting to the entrance requires climbing up about 1,200 stairs. This lost city was only discovered in 1972 and is believed to be built in 800 AD, which is more than 500 years earlier than Machu Picchu. It covers a large area consisting of 169 terraces, and currently the only way to access it is by hiking there. After the trek, it was back to the town of Santa Marta, and then Cartagena, where I would start my bike journey through Colombia. Just before I was back on the bike, I ran into a slight problem when I discovered my passport had been stolen. More on that later. It wasn't off to the best start, with torrential rains having flooded the areas nearby. It didn't take long before some people befriended me in a small town, and I was off on a little road trip to a nearby beach town, Rincon del Mar. It was calm and relaxing, a completely different atmosphere than the loud and crazy Cartagena. There, we got on a boat at sunset and rode out to some mangroves, and then got to swim with some photoluminescent plankton. It was really hard to capture the plankton lighting up at night, but the light blue colors lighting up is caused by your arms moving through the water, and it looked so cool in person. I have never seen anything like that. Oh, and I got to see my first wild sloths.
Ants all inside my tent. That's my pillow. I don't know where they came from. It's 2:30 in the morning and there's ants just everywhere inside my tent. Ugh. There's like 1,000,000 of them over there. And also over here. So I woke up in the middle of the night last night to some ants biting like my neck. So I turned my flashlight on and looked, and there was like 1,000,000 ants all around my pillow and just in my tent in general. They like chewed through my pillow, which is really cool. And then my food bag, I tried to like hang my food bag a little bit up, like kind of hang off my bike so that the ants couldn't get to it, but apparently my bag fell off and was on the ground when I got out this morning, and there is just like 2 trillion million ants all around it, and it's like I wish I could just throw that bag away if I could, because that's what I would like. I don't even want to touch it. Just looking at it, it's just literally crawling with 1,000,000 ants, and they're probably all in my food, and I'll probably have to just throw it all away. And then I looked in my electronics bag. There were just thousands of ants in there, and they're all in my tent. And so I spent last night just sitting in my chair inside my tent trying to like knock the ants off as they crawled up on me for hours. So yeah, it was a really fun night last night. And they chewed through my air mattress. Awesome. Oh, there's a guy. Oh, they're coming out. Cool. I hate you. Everywhere I look, the damage just keeps getting worse and worse. Like I just looked at my tent and they have chewed massive holes into my tent. Why? Check out the ants they got in my food bag. And destroyed it.
I had no other choice but to get on my bike and keep going. For whatever reason, the next day, there were hundreds of iguanas hanging out close to the road. They were extremely hard to film because every time I would get close, they would run away, but I did manage to capture a few of them. If you think iguanas are the coolest reptile, nod your head yes. So tonight I decided to camp in this driveway to a farm or something. I don't know. I'm just literally going to camp just right here in the gravel. I decided I did not want to camp in the grass again, just to prevent another invasion of the ants, because I cannot handle another night like that. So I don't know if this is being used, if people come in and out of this gate a lot. Hopefully not, because I'm putting my tent right in front of it. But hopefully it's just going to be me and the cows tonight, and not me and the ants. Fingers crossed. So I'm staying with this guy that I met on the road yesterday at his place. It's literally on the ocean. Like, the ocean is right there. And he said it only costs him like $150 a month to live here. So, 2-story house, literally on the beach for $150 a month. I think I could do that. I slept in this hammock last night, and it is 1,000,000 times better than the deflated air mattress that I would have slept on had I not been here. So I'm really glad I met my new friend Federico, who let me crash here and sleep in this hammock, because it's amazing. imagine the Colombia Department of Transportation was like, all right, we need 2 crab signs up on the road. And the workers were like, all right, I got this. Check out this banana conveyor, it's so cool. So I am in Turbo, Colombia. This is as close as I can get to Panama. Just right across the water there is Panama. Actually, right across the water is still Colombia, but behind the small little mountains there, right on the coast, is the border to Panama. I stopped riding in Panama just about 60 miles from here. And so this is the other side of the Darien Gap. So this is me trying to get as close as I can to connect the dots. So from here, if I have my way, this will be the last time I am by the ocean for a very, very long ways. From here, I'm heading up into the mountains, into the Andes, and I plan to ride the Andes for as long as my body will allow me to. So I'm pretty excited to get into the mountains. The coast has been, it's been pretty nice. I mean, it's nice just to jump in the ocean every now and then when you get hot, but it's been super hot here, so I'm kind of looking forward to cooler temperatures. But anyways, it's time to get into the mountains. Hey guys, I am currently in northern Peru, in Cajabamba. I am currently working on the rest of the videos for Colombia. There's going to be 3 more, but I thought I would share with you some different things you can find in the description of this video that you might want to check out. The first thing is a link to a fundraiser I'm doing for a charity called Save the Children. I have a fundraising goal that I'm trying to hit, and I'm not quite there yet, and I could really use your help. So if you could donate, just even a little bit helps, and I would really appreciate that. So that link is in the description of this video. Also, if you want to see where I have been, where I'm at, I have a map that I update somewhat regularly, and you can see my entire path that I've gone all the way from Alaska all the way to where I'm at currently. It gets updated every week or 2 or whenever I can. If you want more stories or pictures from this trip that don't make it to YouTube or that get updated more frequently than I post on YouTube, you can go to my Instagram page, PxP. I'm also into posting travel photography, so if you want to see nice photos of all the places I've been, you can see that at Fat Nomad on Instagram. What else? I feel like there's more things. I also have links to Venmo and PayPal. If you would like to support me financially, I obviously really appreciate any donations that are given to help me continue this trip. You would be surprised how far money can go, so thank you for that. If you don't want to financially support me, the easiest thing you can do to help me out is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also watch all of my videos, because I get ad revenue for views, and so you just watching or subscribing potentially puts money in my pocket, which allows me to keep going on this trip. So I would really appreciate it if you did that. I think that's it. Okay, bye.